Well, hello again, and welcome to the Reformed Review. I'm really sorry that it's been 2 months since I posted my last video. Been super busy. I wanted to get back on here and present another one of the Bibles from my shelf. I generally keep all the boxes and I put this one back in the box. I've used this Bible pretty extensively over the last year or two that I've owned it. But I wanted to show it to you. I wanted to kind of do a short review on it. Um, Tell you that I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't always agree with Dr. MacArthur on every one of his study notes, but I do and have enjoyed this Thomas Nelson New American Standard MacArthur Study Bible. It's the second edition. I love their motto, Unleashing God's Truth One Verse at a Time. I love that they're dedicated to verse by verse Bible commentary, okay? I want to try to get this to focus in for you so that you can pause that and look at some of the features. For whatever reason, we're having just a smidge of a time getting the lighting to work, so I'm going to move the camera for you. Okay, right there, I think that's going to work. It says fully redesigned second edition with updated study notes and 40% more maps and charts. I do like this one. This one is the black Leatthersoft edition. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box so we can look at it. And I really like this Leatthersoft. And I know for premium Bible owners out there, you're going to be like, oh, everybody says that, but you can't really love a Leatthersoft. I really do. I really enjoy this Leatthersoft. First of all, I want you to notice that it's got a double stitching on it, okay? Now, it's not holding it down because it's a paste down liner, but it does have a double stitching around the perimeter that I think looks really nice. It's got a really nicely done spine. You have the MacArthur Study Bible, and when you look at it, it has stamped into it the NASB and the Thomas Nelson logo. What I also want you to note is how floppy this thing is for a Leatthersoft, for a paste down liner Leatthersoft at that. It's just really flexible, really pliable. I mean, this is a Leatthersoft that I'm squeezing in half, and for a big Bible, that's really nice. They've got really nice ribbons. There's only two of them. You have two ribbons. You have a red in the Old Testament, a black in the New Testament, and you have black head and tail bands. You can tell that they have reinforcement behind here, so it's very well made spine. You can see how well they glued this down to that paste down liner. It is really glued in good. And they do have reinforcement tape behind this, okay? So overall construction, look, feel of this Bible is really nice, even though it's a Leatthersoft. Want to go ahead and open it up for you. It is in, I'll give you a couple background notes for a second. This is all 36 GSM paper, and the text itself is a 9.5 font. That's pretty big considering all the notes that you have in this Bible. You got the table of contents here. If I pull it up here so you can see, you have the index charts, introduction to the Bible, personal notes, how we got the Bible, the progress of Revelation, how to study the Bible, preface to the New American Standard, explaining or explanation of general format, abbreviations and markings. You get the Old Testament and notes, introduction to the Pentateuch, the chronology of the Old Testament, patriarchs, a harmony of the books of Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles, introduction to the prophets, chronicle of the Old Testament, kings and prophets. So you're getting a lot of biblical information, and you haven't even gotten to the Old Testament. So they've got a lot in here. Now, in the intertestamental period, they have more references. Introduction to the intertestamental period, chronology of the intertestamental period, the New Testament and notes, Introduction to the Gospel, a harmony of the Gospels, prophecies of the Messiah fulfilled in Jesus, a brief overview of Christ's life, a brief overview of Christ's ministry, the Passover of Christ's ministries, or the Passovers, of Christ's ministry, and Christ's Passion Week. And that's all before you get to the New Testament. Now, in the end, what you have an appendices, the character of genuine saving faith, reading through the Bible in a year, an overview of theology, monies, weights, and measures, index to key Bible doctrines, books and abbreviations used in the concordance, and a concordance. And it is a pretty substantial concordance for this size of a Bible. I'm telling you, it is just loaded. I don't want to go through every feature that you have before you get into the Old Testament. That's why I read them to you. If you get you a copy of this Bible, you can certainly go over them if you want, okay? So I want to get to our first entrance, okay? We have our book of Genesis. You have an introduction page. You have quite a bit of information, title, author and date, background and setting, historical and theological themes. Then you have interpretive challenges, and then you have an outline of the book of Genesis, and it's pretty substantial, okay? When you get in here, what you'll notice is that you have that 9.5 point font. I'm going to try to work around my camera here. You have that 9.5 point font in double column. You have your references in Thomas Nelson's New Reference System right here before you get into a 3-column layout of study notes, okay? This Bible has study notes on nearly every verse you're going to read on, okay? Which makes it very helpful for new believers. It's definitely written in a dispensational reformed view, okay? So MacArthur is he calls himself a leaky dispensationalist, and he also holds to Reformed doctrine, at least Calvinistic Reformed doctrine. So you need to know that ahead of time, okay? That's the leaning of the study notes, okay? I want you to know that because maybe not everybody subscribes to that. I myself personally am Reformed. I would not say that I'm necessarily dispensational, which is probably where I disagree some with Mr. MacArthur, or Dr. MacArthur, excuse me. But I really have enjoyed using this Bible. I've done a lot more in the New Testament with this Bible so far, which you'll probably see when I flip through it. I do want to hit the intertestamental period. Here we go. The intertestamental period. I want you to see the amount of information you're getting, okay? So you have the intertestamental period. You get a chronology. You get a chart explaining the chronology, okay? But before that, or after that, you go straight in to your New Testament. But it introduces you to the Gospels, gives you a timeline and a chart for the Roman Empire, the ministry of the apostles, the ministry of Jesus, the harmony of the Gospels. You get the beginnings of Jesus' ministry, the Galilean ministry of Jesus, last Judean and Persian ministry of Jesus. You get Jesus' final week at Jerusalem and the resurrection through the ascension. And then you get into Jesus Christ. This is him fulfilling all the prophecies that he did, okay? And this is really neat stuff right here, okay? If you have not had a Bible that's had that, it is nearly invaluable in describing why we can have faith that Jesus is who he says he is, okay? And then you have a brief overview or timeline of Jesus' life, And then you get into the book of Matthew, and again, you have your introduction page, title, author and date, background and setting, historical and theological themes. Then you have interpretive challenges and your outline. And again, it is very substantial, okay? And then this outline is huge, okay? And then you back to your 9.5 font with your double column layout of the NASB, your references, and your 3-column commentary, okay? I want to flip to the back of this Bible. And by the way, for a cheap Bible, this having 36 GSM paper is really nice. It's really nice feeling paper. Want to go ahead and get to the back of this Bible. Okay, so right after Revelations, you get into appendices, okay? You get into the character of genuine saving faith. I would like to pull this up here for you and let you pause it and read that, because that, for me, was really neat to go through, okay? You have reading the Bible in a year plan, which is really nice. I have way too many Bibles to mark every one of them that I'm reading through. Then you have an overview of theology. You have starting, with the Holy Scriptures, with God, with man. You have salvation, the church, sanctification, justification, elections, security, separation. You have angels, last things, eschatology. This part I probably disagree some with Dr. MacArthur. You have monies, weights and measures, and it's in every single kind of weight, measure, or money that's used in the Bible. It uses all of them, gives you definitions of all of them. And then you get into key Bible doctrines. And this part is actually pretty substantial as well. You get through all the key Bible doctrines, and look, here's one that I did on researching baptism, and you can see I've underlined most of the ones I looked up. Once you're done there, you get into your abbreviations, and then you get right into the concordance. And like I said, because this is a 3-column format of your concordance, it is pretty substantial concordance. Now, you do have some maps in the back. Not a whole lot. I'm going to count them because I always do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maps. They are on glossy cardstock, but this is not a premium Bible, so it doesn't really bother me. And even premium Bibles are still putting them on glossy cardstock, so why complain, right? But if you are looking for a invaluable study Bible that will help you, even if you're not Reformed, this Bible has information you want, you need. It has word definitions, Greek words explained. It has so much information in it that even if you're not dispensational and Reformed, this Bible would be very useful for you. But if you are dispensational and Reformed, this Bible is going to be one that you reference all the time. Now, I reference this one nearly every time I am preparing for a sermon. Not always. Generally, I reach for my ESV study Bible. I have a Reformation Heritage study Bible. I have, a CSB study Bible. I reference all of those and this one for the most part nearly every time. I have an Ancient Faith study Bible, which I really enjoy. And I generally look at Spurgeon or Matthew Henry or Calvin or other people. But I do reference this one quite a bit, and I would encourage you, if you're looking for a good study Bible, this is one you may consider. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today. I hope that you have a blessed week, and I hope it's not 2 months before I post my next video. God bless you.